So I suppose I should start just chronologically. I don't know the date in 1975, but I was walking on the Bolinas Mesa on Poplar Road, and I looked out at this piece of land. I did have a vision, and the vision was that it would be a place for healing ourselves and healing the earth.
We don't necessarily do anything but hold space, for people to be healed by this land, by the ocean, by the sounds of nature, by the community that forms in their group. People find their own healing if there's a space for it. And nature helps, for sure.
So you're wondering how I ended up at Commonweal as executive director? I wonder myself. My name is Oren Slosberg. The more I learned about it, the more fascinated I was, because this place was different than any other place I ever worked at before. And Michael invited me to join the Commonweal community. Our mission is simple: healing ourselves and healing the planet in the many ways that is possible. It's a community. It's a community of people that do amazing work in the world. So in some ways, it's a platform for innovators to find ways to manifest their world in the work. We have almost 30 different programs working in a lot of different areas, but with a focus on health and healing, environment and justice, and education and the arts. In the early 20th century is when Marconi, who invented the radio, purchased this land and decided to make it a radio station because it was so close. It was close to the ocean, they can transmit to Hawaii. So in some ways, that's the beginning of social media. That's the first time people could communicate across the world, and that was his vision. Commonweal, in some ways, West Marin is really close to the edge because Highway 1 is the San Andreas Fault. And there's something symbolic about that we're on two different plates that are moving in two different directions. And that's how we see our work. Our work is also on the edge. When we were talking about the work we did with people with cancer in the 1980s, we were told we were crazy. And now every single hospital has a nutritionist and a yoga room, right? So we always are close to the edge, and then as the center gets closer to us, we move further to the edge. And I feel this land, its geography, its physicalness, represents symbolically who we are.
When I walk through here, there's something really rejuvenating and recentering. I think because there's something about you're coming out to a view of the ocean and you can hear it there, and you just realize we are on the edge here of this incredible ecosystem change. I don't know, it just feels so like anything is possible. That's what it feels like to me. There's just something incredibly special about Commonweal's place and Commonweal's land and campus, because it allows you to do the intellectual work, but it also allows you to sink down into your body space and your heart space because you're in this incredible land. So Commonweal, our campus consists of this main administrative building, and then our retreat center, which has the Pacific House. This is where the cancer help programs started, and we have a lot of other like-minded organizations and programs that use this as well. This is a spot where people can feel sort of like a sacred space, and they can leave their names of their loved ones here and just feel like they're honoring them. It's a little chapel, it's a little sacred spot. And then we have another property that's adjacent across the road from us is the Commonweal Garden, and that's been for the Natura Institute.
I had actually long held an intention, ultimately, to have a healing center that was at the intersection of healing and ecology, grounded in ecological tenets, where we could really be working with healing from the earth up. Well, this side of the garden is like the retreat side of the garden, where we have different spaces where people can like either circle up, as we've said before, like that's foundational to the work we're doing here, is to come together in spaces where people can be in conversation and in connection with the land. For me, and I think in a lot of people's experiences, like having space and authentic human connections and like the opportunity to lie on a blanket under a tree or in the sunshine, like that is precious. And so part of the design of what we offer here, from the full moon fire circles, you know, even aspects of the spring garden party that we just had, it's this recognition that social connection is essential. The full moon fire circles here at the Commonweal Garden arose out of this desire to hold space for people to come together around the fire and share wisdom with each other and to just share what's on their hearts.
Well, I usually feel calm. I feel as if I'm with people that I can trust in a situation that I can trust. Everyone is mutually vulnerable. So a place like this, you can shed some of your defenses.
You don't find anything like this. How many places can you sit around a fire like this in Marin? I need it. I get refreshed coming here. It feels very much like home.
Sometimes I think if all we did is just bring people to Commonweal, don't do any programming. Just bring them here, let them live in nature for a week above the ocean, and you'll see some kind of transformation.